transformer. So transformer is a electrical device which converts the alternating current at a low voltage into that at a high voltage or vice versa. That means it is a electrical device which converts a low voltage into high voltage and high voltage into low voltage. So the working principle of transformer is mutual inductions. The current flow in the primary coil will induce the current in the secondary coil. So whenever the current flows in the primary coil, there is a two coils in the transformer. Like in the mutual inductance, there is a two coils, self-inductance coils. Here the one self-inductance coil, there is another self-inductance coils. Combined together, we can say that this is a mutual inductance. The current flows in the primary coil, changes the magnetic flux in secondary coil, and hence the EMF is induced in the secondary coil. So due to the current flows in the primary coil also, there will be EMF induced in the primary coil. The primary coil EMF is called as an E1 and the secondary coil EMF is called as a E2. So the number of turns in the primary coil is capital N1 and the number of turns in the secondary coil is N2. So there are the two types of transformers. There is a lot of types of transformers are available. The first one is the core type transformers like this, and then next one is a shell type transformers. So shell type transformer will be like this. Both the coils will be coaxially wounded with one center core. That is a shell type. This is a core type transformers. Let us see the working of transformer. Already I told you that N1 is a number of turns in the primary coil and N2 is a number of turns in the secondary coil. So when the AC current, alternating current flows in the primary coil, it generates a alternating magnetic flux in the secondary coil and hence the EMF induced in the secondary coil, and we named as a E2. If there is no leakage of magnetic flux, then the flux linked with each turn in the primary coil will be equal to that of that link with the each turns in the secondary coil. That means very simple, the current flows in the primary coil induces some change in magnetic flux with the secondary coil. Whenever there is a change in magnetic flux, according to the Faraday's law, there will be EMF induced. That EMF is E2. Then there will be another EMF induced in the primary coil. This is due to the self-inductance of this primary coil, because the current flows in the primary coil is alternating current. Whenever there is a change in, there is a alternating current flows, alternating magnetic flux will be developed. Here induced EMF in the primary coil is E1 is equal to minus N1 into d pi by dt, and induced EMF in the secondary coil is E2 is equal to minus N2 d pi by dt. So pi is a magnetic flux linked with that particular coil. So as we already told that what is the transformer equations? Very simple. E2 is a secondary coil EMF and E1 is a primary coil EMF. So E2 by E1 which is equal to N2 by N1, where N1 by N2 is also called as a transformer ratio or turns ratio. You have one doubt, sir. Here the applied EMF is E. Applied EMF is E, that is alternating EMF is applied in the primary coil. Okay, then what will happen? Due to the applied EMF, there will be a change in magnetic flux in the secondary coil, hence E2 induced. Okay, but at the same time, there will be, due to the self-inductance of the primary coil, there will be EMF induced in the primary coil. That is a E1. So the total voltage in the primary coil is E minus E1, which is equal to I1 is a current flows in the primary coil, or is a resistance of the primary coil. So E minus E1 is equal to I1 R. As we are taken that R is very small, then the term IR1 will be neglected. So very clear, this is approximately equal to 0. Hence we can say that applied EMF is equal to induced EMF in the primary coil, so that only we can able to write the equation E2 by E1 is equal to N2 by N1. Very clear, students? Yes. The next one is there will be two types of transformers step up transformer and step down transformer. Step up transformer means which can convert the low voltage into high voltage. Step down transformer means which convert the high voltage into low voltage. So for that, what we have to do? So in a transformer, if the number of turns in the secondary coil is greater than the number of turns in the primary coil, and hence what will happen? EMF induced in the secondary coil will be greater than the EMF induced in the primary coil. So the low voltage is converted into high voltage. Here the transformer ratio is greater than 1. Similarly, in step down transformer, the number of turns in the secondary coil is less than that of the number of turns in the primary coil, and hence that the EMF induced in the secondary coil is less than that of the EMF induced in the primary coil. So N2 by N1 is less than 1. So these two are the conditions for step up and step down transformer. Even in the power, the input power is a power in the primary coil. Output power means the power in the secondary coil. So the input power must be equal to output power. So E1 I1, that is a VI is a power formula. So V is a voltage. Here it is a E1 is a EMF. So E1 is a primary coil EMF. I1 is a current flows in the primary coil. Then E2 is a secondary coil EMF, I2 is the current flows in the secondary coil. So E1 I1 is equal to E2 I2. So E2 by E1 which is equal to I1 by I2. So already we know that it is N2 by N1. This is a common transformer equation in terms of current, EMF and the number of turns in the primary and secondary coils. So this equation is very, very important for problem point of view. Next one is, in problems they may ask that efficiency of the transformer. So you can use this formula. Efficiency of the transformer is equal to power output by power input into 100. Dear students, there will be energy losses in the transformer. Whenever there is a electrical devices, the loss of energy is inevitable. So definitely the loss will happen. These are all the some parameters responsible for the energy loss in the transformer. First one is the copper loss. Because of the wire, there will be heating loss will be occurs. Eddy current loss. So already we studied that what is eddy current. So if there is a transformer, if there is a shell type or core type we are using that, there will be eddy current induced. For that eddy current, there will be a loss in energy. Then hysteresis loss. Hysteresis loss means magnetic loss. Then flux leakage. So we are saying that in transformer, very simple, if there is no leakage of magnetic flux, so then only the primary and the secondary will be the EMF will be directly proportional. Induced EMF will be directly proportional. But in practical, the flux leakage will be always there. Flux means magnetic flux leakage from the transformer. Then the last one is humming loss. So humming loss means this is due to the magnetostriction effect. Magnetostriction effect means whenever the that is a ferromagnetic material, that is a iron core, is placed in a transformer, when the current is flows through this iron core, there will be EMF induced, magnetic flux will be induced. Whenever there is a change in magnetic flux, the iron core will be extended and contracted. This extension and contraction will also cause the loss in energy. That is called as a magnetostriction effect. So copper loss, eddy loss, hysteresis loss, flux leakage and humming loss are these are all the parameters responsible for the energy losses in transformer. Then finally, we will see that what are all the uses of transformers. So the transformer in small transformers are used in radio receivers, telephones and loudspeakers. Now we are going to see that I will show one video. I will remove the charger. So we are using a charger for charging our cell phone, So I will remove the cover of the charger and I will show that how the transformers, inductors, resistors, capacitors are used in the transformer. That means charger circuit. Okay, so in small transformers are used in these electronic devices. Then next one is the voltage regulators. That means stabilizers. The stabilizers are used in TV, refrigerator, air conditions and computers. So whenever the high voltage comes, it will step down the voltages. If there is a low voltages there, it will step up and supply the proper voltage EMF to the electronic devices. Then step down transformers are used in induction furnace, electric furnace. Step down transformers are used in induction furnace for melting the metals and also in the electric welding. The step up transformers are used in protection of X-rays. So these are all the common usages of transformers. But even we are seeing that the transformers in the our street sites, so there is a transformers are in the used in the electrical boards. How they are used, the transformers for transmission of the electrical energy from generation stations to our home, that means our local EB stations. Very simple. So in generating station, how much voltage will be generated by using the generator? AC generator means 6600 voltage. So the alternating voltage developed in the generator station, even it may be hydro power station or wind energy or the thermal energy, nuclear energy. So there in the EMF current production stations, generator stations, so 6600 voltage will be developed, produced, generated. So that will be given to the step up transformer, because this voltage will be dissipated, it will be transformed to the long distance. So it will be voltage will be step up to double times, that is 1,32,000. So not a double times, it is a multiple times. So it is a 6600 voltage. Here it is, what is that? 1,32,000 voltage. Again, this 1,32,000 will be reach the area substation. Let us assume that in Mettur the EMF induced is 6600 voltage. Then it will be transformed to the sub area station. Our Karur local, not a local, it will be in Karur, there will be one main area. From that only all the current will be split into the each and every EB stations. So this is the area substation. So in that substation, how much voltage will be stepped down? From 1,32,000 voltage will be stepped down to 11,000 voltage. Even you can see in the most of the transformers, they are given that 11 kilowatt. 11 kilowatt, it is a voltage, power and everything they will given, because that means 11 kilowatt means, kilo means 1000, that is 11,000 watt into current. They are given, notice that. So whenever you are seeing any transformer, please note these are all the things. So 6600 is converted into step up to 1,32,000. Then 1,32,000 is step down to 11,000 voltage to the area substation. Then this one is a further step down to 220 voltage to our local transformers. So this is a consumer substation, that may be a local EB office or in our street transformers. So this is a transmission process block diagram which shows that the transformers plays an important role in transmission of the electrical energy from the generator stations to consumer home. So these are all the uses of transformers. And properties, what is transformer, we are seeing that. Then what are all the working of transformers, the equations involved in the transformers, and finally we will see that what are all the applications, that is uses of transformers. Thank you, students.